What time is it?
Technology time!
That's right, it's Technology Time, brought to you by Dell EMC. And I'm your host, Buck, the channel guy Wright. This week's episode, we're live, filming in front of some of the fastest cars in the universe to talk about speed, availability, and progress. Now, why do we want to talk about those three things? Well, let's think about it. Just 200 years ago, it would have been absolutely impossible to live just 20 miles away from where you work. But today, it's a commonplace reality for almost every American, allowing them to live and work where they want. Now, before we start talking about technology in this week's episode, I want to have a quick plug from one of our sponsors. This week's sponsor is ChargeSafe and their orange line of battery charging products. ChargeSafe wants to remind you that no matter how fast your car is, if it does not start, it will not get you from point A to point B. ChargeSafe, because 6 nines of availability matters. All right, now let's get back to talking about speed, availability, and progress. I also want to talk about data and the tremendous amounts of growth we're seeing with data and have seen over many years. Data and data analytics is allowing companies to generate new and exciting forms of revenue generating initiatives and projects. Now, the technology that is allowing these types of data and data analytics projects to continue to progress is SCM and NVMe. SCM is like having a really fast car, like the ones behind me. NVMe is like opening up multi-lane freeway for many of those cars to drive through at tremendous amounts of speed, taking that backcountry road and turning it into an information superhighway. Now, who can you trust to bring technologies like NVMe and SCM to market? Well, Dell Technologies, of course. Why Dell Technologies? For 3 distinct reasons. 1, Dell Technologies does $5 billion a year in R&D. 2, Dell Technologies is the utmost leader in the all-flash storage market and has been for many years. 3, Dell Technologies, 98% of Fortune 500 companies use Dell Technologies. Shouldn't you? Now, the technology that I'm going to talk about today that Dell EMC is leveraging to bring SCM and NVMe to market is PowerMax. Now, why PowerMax, you may ask? PowerMax for 3 reasons. 1, architecture. 2, simple operation. 3, trusted innovation. Talk about the first one, architecture. PowerMax is both scale up and scale out. It scales out with more engines, it scales up with more drives. PowerMax and this type of architecture allows for up to 10 million IOPS and 4 petabytes of effective capacity per system. This type of architecture also allows for non-disruptive migrations, non-disruptive upgrades, and inline data services that are on all the time. Now, to talk about the second one, simple operation. PowerMax as a platform allows you to consolidate every workload. We're talking file, block, IBM I, mainframe, all running on one consolidated platform. Not only that, you can also monitor and have predictive health and analytics using Cloud IQ. Cloud IQ is an HTML5 based interface that you can access on your phone, your tablet, your smartwatch, anytime, any place in the world. The third facet of simple operation is Dell EMC's future-proof storage loyalty program. This program is world-renowned for a couple of reasons. 1, it ensures that every dollar that you spend with Dell EMC is leveraged to the maximum amount of value. 2, it allows you to purchase with peace of mind. And 3, it allows you to have a path forward. The third reason for PowerMax is trusted innovation. Now, we've already talked about the $5 billion a year that Dell EMC does in research and development. But when SCM comes to market, it's going to be very expensive. And so, PowerMax leverages machine learning to ensure that the right data lives in the right place at the right time, making sure our customers get the most out of every dollar they spend towards SCM. Trusted innovation also means encrypted data all the time, no matter where it lives on the array. Also, it means that replication, we're talking the gold standard of replication, SRDF and SRDF Metro. So your data is replicated synchronously or asynchronously, how you choose. So trusted innovation, simple operation, and architecture matters. That's why PowerMax, and that's why Dell EMC. So with that, this is Buck, the channel guy Wright, signing off live in front of some of the fastest cars in the universe. But before I do that, we want to remind you that Dell Technologies, Dell EMC is your one-stop shop for all IT transformation, workforce transformation, digital transformation, and security transformation needs. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.